So welcome to Whippoorwill Holler. I'm Miss Lori and this is Mr. Brown. We live in the hills of Arkansas. We love the Lord. Keepers of the old way, but accept some of the new. We love to cook and we love to eat. We love to garden. It's in our blood. It's how we stay sustainable and fill our pantry. We do a lot of canning and preserving. We live a sustainable life. We love our family. We work hard. And every once in a while, we like to dance. So y'all join us.
Will you be my Valentine?
I've been your Valentine for 46 years. So I guess I'll be your Valentine for another year.
It seems like it was not very long ago, though.
It really does. I mean, really. But then I think about it and I think it really has been.
It has, but it ain't been that long. It ain't that long. We're just young whippersnappers.
I think back and I think we've had a long, very busy life.
Wow, busy is an understatement.
And we're still busy.
Raised 4 kids and we're still going now, ain't we?
So let me ask you something. Did you marry me just for my cooking?
No.
I didn't think so, because
At the time you couldn't cook as good as my mama.
Your mama's the one that helped show me how to cook, but no. I wasn't cooking that much when we got married, but
I've never in my life ever complained about your cooking. Ever.
No, he really hasn't.
I ate raw chicken once. I just ate it.
That was the first meal I ever cooked for you, and we wasn't married then. But yeah, it was raw.
Well, it wasn't, yeah, right next to the bone, but.
Yeah, I mean, I was more self-taught than anything. Now, I talk about my grandma cooking all the time, but I didn't stand there and cook with my grandmother because I was always out with my grandpa.
You was outdoors lady, wasn't you?
I was outdoors and I was always out feeding cattle or doing whatever the chores had to be done.
I mean, you did learn a lot of stuff from your grandma. Well, even after we was married even.
Yeah, but.
And my mother, but you're kind of self-taught. So you women don't never think that you can't become a cook, because you can. Look at me, I can cook.
I didn't marry you for your cooking either.
I cooked my mother breakfast this morning.
Yeah.
I made her sausage, gravy, and biscuits.
Yeah, he sure did. I'm waiting for my sausage, gravy, and biscuit, too.
You're going to have to come over to Mom's house.
I'm going to have to start going over to Mama's with you.
As much as my mother cooked for me, I'm returning the favors.
All of you are.
All the siblings.
Yeah.
Having to stay quite a bit with my mother and help take care of her, and that's fine.
But she's really thriving, so she's 93 years old, and she's really thriving because everybody's taking turns going and cooking and taking care of her through the day, so.
She got where she'd say she had ate, but she hadn't, so.
And she would forget if she took her medicine or not, and she has to do that twice a day. And she was really going downhill, but now she's doing better. You can tell. She's doing a lot better, physically and mentally, too. And update on Hank, he's still doing good, y'all, so he's just very rambunctious, and he's got a lot of energy, so he's doing good.
He's definitely a people person.
A people person?
A people person. A people dog.
Yeah, he loves people, that's for sure.
A people person. I'm already talking like he's human, ain't we?
But anyways, I hope you're all having a good week. We've had a lot of rain again here.
Rained all night.
It rained
most of the
all
day.
Night long. So everything's soaked again and muddy and cold and dreary, but
Western Arkansas had ice.
yeah. Did any of y'all get snow or ice?
I know there's about 100 million people getting it right now. North of us and all the way to the East Coast. So.
Yeah, I think Kentucky. Is Kentucky getting it right now or today?
They have got some.
Yeah. So.
And just north of us, Missouri. Kansas City's fixing to have another big round of it, all through there, about 8 or 10 inches.
Well, it's just February, y'all, so winter is not over, even though we want it to be.
We're a couple of 60, 70 temp days sure makes you get it kind of itchy finger about spring, don't it?
Yes, and talking about cooking, you know, I thought about us doing a recipe, but we're going to be gone, and we're going to be doing a few things, and so I didn't want nothing left over here. So anyways, I am going to put a link down below of some of my older Valentine dishes if y'all just want to check those out. Plus, we just have to eat it.
And I heard the rumor tonight that chocolate's getting higher.
Chocolate?
Yep.
Oh, I'm telling you. That's okay. I just won't eat as much of it. I've got a stockpile of chocolate, so I'm not worried about it.
Well, I've cut back on sugar quite a bit now. It won't be long I'll be drinking my tea without any sugar. I just keep
You keep edging that way, don't you?
edging that way. One of these days I'll be drinking unsweet tea. I'm not putting a whole lot in it now.
Well, it's funny as we get older how much our cooking changes too, because without any kids in the house and really not as many people over on the weekends, I'm not cooking as much as I used to. I'm not baking as much as I used to. I mean, there was always cake, pie, cookies, something all the time sitting on the table. And I know that if it was sitting there that
but you know, even when you make, you know, for your video and stuff, we don't eat it all.
No, we can't.
We don't do it.
We usually give it away or do something with it, so we can't eat all that. But yeah, Valentine's is sneaking up again, and we're going to wish y'all happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Danny and I have been together. It'll be 47 years that we've been together in October. So right now, 46 years. 2 of them years, about 2 years, we were just dating. So.
2.5, yeah.
So yeah, I've been your sweetheart for a long time.
Long time.
And
I think I used to buy you little candy heart thing when we were dating, didn't I?
Did you?
Yeah, a few times.
I always told Danny, I said, don't waste the money buying me a dozen roses and all that stuff. Just buy me chocolate, because I will eat that.
Can't eat them roses. I guess you could.
Them roses they just die. So don't waste on that. Just buy me chocolate. But I don't know, you get to this point, you don't even really. I did buy you a Heath bar, though, to take on the trip with you.
You did?
Yeah. We like Heath bars, so I bought him a Heath bar to take with him.
When we're traveling a little, we get a snack.
Yeah. We'll be on the road for a little bit, for a couple of days, and then we'll be back home. We're going to go see kids in Springfield, and my grandkids, so that's where we'll be on Valentine's. So we'll be spending our Valentines with our little Valentines.
You done told me we was going to the flea market.
We're doing that too, and I am going to take y'all with me, because I want to go, and I can't think of the name of this flea market. It is the biggest flea market in Springfield, Missouri. I can't think the name of it. We've been there a few times, and you can't hardly get through it in one day.
Huge.
It's huge, but I want to go, and I will take y'all along with me so y'all can see what that's all about too.
Last time I was in there, I found a German steel to sharpen knives with.
Yeah, we got a couple of them hanging in the kitchen, don't we?
Yeah, one I found up there though, and it's a good one. Yeah.
But you know, it seems like anymore everything's so commercialized anyways, and any kind of holiday they just suck the life right out of it. Even Valentine's, you know, they push it on our children and stuff, and that's really not what Valentine's is about. If you research Valentine's, it has nothing to do with our children. So they have commercialized it over the year, where, you know, parents go and spend lots of money on their kids for or Valentines, and
It really wasn't meant to be a kid thing.
I'm guilty of it, so I'm just saying, no. But it's just one of them commercialized. And when you go to Walmart or you go to the dollar store, it's Valentine and Easter stuff all in one. And that's the way it was with Halloween and Christmas. It was all out there at once. So you can't really enjoy anything. You can't really enjoy one holiday by itself anymore.
Christmas starts in October
Yeah.
for Halloween. Speaking of sugar, I was researching a little bit about sugar. I was curious about when sugar become a real mainstay in the United States, and of course it goes way back. But sugar was a luxury, and I believe it was late 1800s, maybe early 1900s. 18 pounds a person per year, and now the U.S. consumes 90 to 100 pounds per person.
Wow.
A year.
Well, I know that me and you
It's
cut
putting
down
everything.
back on it.
Well, it's put in everything though.
I know.
It's in everything. So, but you know that one time that 50% of sugar was beet sugar?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, it wasn't sugar cane. It was beet sugar.
Yeah. And they still use it in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Because I've read it in different products.
And you know that they put it, military used it in the early 1900s and for energy, to help give our soldiers energy. I used quite a bit of it, and
You're talking about the beet sugar.
yeah, and regular sugar too. I mean, they just used it for energy. And
Oh, yeah.
it just kept becoming more of a mainstay, and now they put it in everything.
I can remember we would play basketball, a lot of the games and stuff. If you remember, we'd eat a Snicker bar or something before the game because it just seemed like it'd bring us up, then it'd bring us right back down.
Yeah, by the end of the ball game, you're pretty down.
You're pretty down. But you played pretty good while you was playing.
It gives you energy, it does. Just don't need to overdo it.
No. I know I personally like monk fruit. Danny says it leaves an aftertaste in his mouth. Some of the other sugar substitutes that a lot of y'all use for baking and stuff, I do like that too, like the Truvia and stevia and all that. They're pretty good baking with.
You know, some of it goes straight through right straight to your kidneys. Some of it the monk fruit you can get rid of. Some of that stuff you have to watch, though.
I don't know. I guess it's because the monk fruit to me tastes the closest to sugar, and
It wasn't too bad.
I do like cooking with it too.
But what it done to me, it made me thirsty.
It made you thirstier, didn't it?
Made me real thirsty. It did.
Which anymore, all Miss Lori's drinking is water. I've got me a big water filtration system now that I really, really like. And of course, we're on well water, but still, even though by the time it comes out of the faucet, it's still got stuff in it.
All the good stuff.
And it's got lime and all that stuff in it. But this is and the water coming out of that filtration system tastes so good. But I am drinking.
And you very seldom drink. You don't even hardly drink tea.
No.
And you very seldom drink a soda.
And no. And even if we're out somewhere and I think I'm just going to treat myself to a soda, I end up drinking about 4 swallows and I push it away. I don't even want it because it's too sweet. Used to, when we got to eat, it was a treat, and I would sit down and I'd drink a glass full of that cold Pepsi or Coke, with my whatever. But anymore, I don't.
See, I quit soda several years ago.
He don't drink them at all, and I don't either. I mean, it's very rare. And like I said, 4 swallows and I'm done. And I'm ready to get my big old glass of water by then.
Occasionally, if they don't, some places tea's not.
Oh, it's so sweet.
It's too sweet. It's not all that good. But anyway, I might sip on a root beer, but I never drink the whole thing.
Well, I'll tell you what we have done, or what I have done. I've even took my big old glass of water into the restaurant with me because I don't like city water, so I don't like the way it tastes. So I am drinking a lot of water. If I'm able to get a hold of some lemons and keep them, I do put that a little bit in my water too. But I've not had any issues with any more kidney stones. So in fact, I'm feeling pretty good, except for the fact that I'm getting cabin fever and I'm getting the winter blues and depression, I think. And that is such a thing, and I'm one of the world's worst. That's Mr. Brown.
Amen.
By January, I'm done. I've got to have some sunshine. I need my hands in the soil. I need my feet on the ground. And so.
And you know, we haven't had much sunshine in a week.
No, and I can tell. I can tell.
Very, very little sunshine.
I mentioned in my last video, and I've had some comments, people asking me. I was doing my laundry, and I threw what I told you it was my grounding sheets. And I've had them for about 6 months. And I'll put the link down below. I mean, I'm not sponsored by them. I don't make any money off of them, but I will put the link below. I think I have already shared that link with some of y'all. And I don't know. I can't speak for Mr. Brown because I'm the one with the arthritis in my hips and, of course, my hands and stuff. But ever since I've been using it, and I use it plugged in pretty much. I mean, it's plugged in all the time into the ground.
Of the house.
Into the socket, the plug-in socket, into
ground.
the ground part is how you plug it in. You don't just plug it in like a regular plug-in. It's just the ground part. The sheets are a heavy sheet that they'll last forever. And I'm just going to tell y'all, my hips don't hurt like they used to. Now, I don't know if he has seen any difference, which he's having a lot of shoulder issues. So, I mean, so his shoulders hurt him at night.
My shoulders wore out.
They're wore out. Me, myself, I couldn't hardly sleep at night without my hips hurting so bad. And, of course, now that I've got my hands under control where I don't have that kind of pain, and it may be helping them too. Because, you know, you lay on that grounding sheet, and you can even put a sheet over that sheet, and it still works. And it works. It works. It has for me. I used to have horrible leg issues too, along with my hip. Now, every once in a while, it depends on what I've done that day. My legs still may hurt, but after a while that I've been laying on that sheet, I start settling down. But like I said, I've had it for 6 months.
I'm just going to start putting you out there on the ground.
Well, you go out there barefooted, and that's what you need to do. You need to go out there and walk around on that ground.
My problem is I can't make it across the rocks to the dirt.
I don't want you walking in the rocks. Just go to the dirt.
And I used to run in them rocks when I was a kid.
I know it. But I can't get into all that research about grounding. But y'all do your research on it. I'm not one that falls for pretty much nothing. But
You think it's helped you some?
I know it has. And it's not just in my head. It's in my hips, no more. My hips, because I can be...
All in my head.
I can sit in here with you, and you know when you see me get up.
And yeah, you're done.
I'm done, because you know my hips are hurting. And I'll go in there and lay down, and I can settle down, and my hips stop hurting. But it does make a difference. They even have what they call grounding mats that you can stand on. You could take it to work with you, you know, if you've got a stand-up job, as long as you got a place that you can ground it into a plug-in or something.
Do you have to have barefooted though?
No, I don't think so. It'd be better. I think they even have grounding pillowcases. I haven't went that far yet.
Well, anyway,
But
we're grounded.
we are. I am grounded. He's grounded, may not know it. But it's a known fact that, you know, when you get out there and you're barefooted and you touch that ground and you walk around in that grass and that dirt and
Get your feet dirty.
it just, all this from that ground, that magnetic, whatever they want to call it, It does something, and that's just. And like I said, I don't usually fall for stuff, but it does work. So I will put that link down below in case anybody's interested, and even just looking at it and researching it. So it was an investment for me. Like I said, the sheet will last me a long, long time. It washes up really good, and it has worked for me. So it does good. And I want to tell Mary, you wrote me a letter, and you had ordered 2 of the books. I don't want to say it backwards. It's today, yesterday, and tomorrow cookbook. You ordered 2 of them. And you were asking me, you said, Miss Lori, could you tell me when a recipe calls for 1 cup of flour, are they saying that's 1 cup of all-purpose or 1 cup of self-rising? How do you know? Well, this is the way I know, Mary, and it's 99.99999 going to be this way percent. If a recipe says and calls for any, cup of flour, it's going to mean they're calling for all-purpose flour. If they want you to use self-rising, they will put self-rising flour. Or if they want you to use bread flour, they'll put bread flour. But if it just says just 1 cup of flour, it's going to mean just use all-purpose flour. And I hope that helps. But because you sent me an envelope sent back to you, I'm going to send you some flour seeds. How about that? But anyways, I want to tell Mary that because she watches us.
Good for Mary.
And that was a very good question. And so I hope that helped you. I've been getting quite a few recipe books in the mail. And I've not had time to sit down and really go through them, but I'm going to. And we'll get back to cooking all them recipe books too. And I don't want y'all to forget about Hints from Heloise either, because we started that one too. I've got so much to do.
Hints from who?
Heloise. You didn't see that video?
Yeah, I'm just in there reading. I don't remember the name
You
of
didn't
it.
see that video? I'm telling you. Hints from Heloise.
You was in there reading it?
Yeah. She was back in the day. Well, I was young. It was her mama that started it. But everybody would go to her for hints and different things about just household stuff, cleaning, whatever.
Yeah, we were married October the 24th, 1980.
1980. My oldest son was born February 26, 1982.
Yep, firstborn.
Firstborn. And then my second was born, my oldest daughter, in 1986. My youngest daughter was born in 1989, and my youngest son was born in 1991 in May 27th. Allie's is September 9th of 1989. I'm surprised I remembered all that.
I am too. Brittany's is in October.
Yes, October 3rd,
Brandon's is in
1986, February
February
26th.
26th.
They induced me with him because that was leap year. Or the next year was going to be leap year. Either way it worked out, Dr. Scott did not want him to be without a birthday. So if y'all know how that works, that's the reason he induced me to have Brandon on the 26th. I'm pretty sure it's because that year was leap year. Or it was the next.
Well, what if you hadn't have been ready, though? You was ready.
Well, I don't know.
Kinda.
But anyways.
He like to not been there delivering.
He induced my labor, and so February 26th. So.
He barely got there.
He barely got there. I had to, so little Bo, my youngest grandson, one that's got the little bit of heart condition, he's doing very well, and y'all been asking about him.
He's over a 16-pounder.
He's getting
Probably
close.
17.
Yeah, he's 17 by now, and he's so heavy, I'm telling you. But he's really thriving, really thriving. He had a little heart monitor on him for a few days, and we sent it back in, and they still think there's something, little going on, but because he's thriving and doing so well, they're just not, rushing around to put him on any kind of medication or anything. So I think what they're doing is just hoping to see if he'll just keep outgrowing it, and he'll just get better. So he's doing so good.
Doesn't seem to cause him any issues, really.
No, he's really doing good. So we appreciate y'all's prayers and stuff on that. But we just want to get on here and just chat with y'all for just a minute. Like I said, I thought about doing a Valentine dessert or something, but it wasn't going to be. It just wasn't going to be. So, and we just have to eat it.
And you grandbabied all night.
Yeah. Yeah, I went and me and Bo and Avery, his sister, we had a sleepover together and let Mama get some rest. So it's just busy life. Busy life, busy wife. Keeps you happy? No.
Yeah, I don't want to. I can't just sit around all the time.
No. No, but that's why I try to keep you busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we've been busy all of our life, ain't we? There was many years in mine and Mr. Brown's marriage that he was gone. He was gone a lot, and even the kids will tell you that, he was gone a lot. Not just, sometimes he had 2 or 3 jobs. Sometimes he was working off on the towboat. Most of the time he was working off on trucking. So he was gone a lot to make a living for the family. But
I missed a lot of stuff.
yeah. But
So I'm trying to catch it on the grandbaby.
which is a lot of fun. That's just like the other night. We was busy that day, but we ran to my oldest grandson's basketball game. This was his last home game, and
Didn't feel like it, but we went, didn't we?
we went, and I'm glad I did, because I always enjoy being with my grandkids and my children. So, and that's what it's all about. Life's not easy, I can tell you. And whether if you've been married 10 years, 20 years, 60 years, there's always going to be rough times, and ain't nothing perfect. Ain't nothing perfect. You ain't going to go through a perfect life, especially that many years. There's going to be ups and downs, but you always pull through it.
Keep on keeping on.
And the only way you're really going to do it is if you got, the good Lord in your life, and you got Him to turn to, and Him to give you the strength to do it. And that's who we give it to. But we got another, at least 20 good years together.
You think?
Yeah. Well, we'll be in our 80s.
20 years, I'll be 83.
I know. Your mama's 93, so maybe we'll say 30 years. Just depends, huh?
All depends on what the good Lord wants, I guess.
And I guess that's it. But you'll still be my sweetheart and when you're 80.
Well,
Yeah. I might be mean to you, but
yeah.
I might drive
Might
you
quit cooking, huh?
I might quit cooking. That's no. I have slowed down a little bit, though, it seems like. But it ain't hurting us a bit, is it?
No.
Well, I hope y'all had a really nice week. And I'm sure a lot of y'all are having the same kind of weather that we're having.
Worse. A
So,
lot of them having snow and ice.
wasn't there even some storms, like severe storms?
Tomorrow, south of us.
Yeah. So y'all
Louisiana, Alabama,
stay safe. And there's crazy weather
Mississippi.
be behind us sometime. But then, we're known in our area. We live in Tornado Alley, is what they want to call it, I guess. So spring comes, and you're just hoping that we only get spring rains. But sometimes we
You
get.
can go to Oklahoma and Kansas and get in Tornado Alley.
Bless them. Yeah,
Texas.
That's for sure. So, I guess really the only downtime you have is maybe during the summer, and then
Won't be long, but she'll be going, I wish it'd cool off. It's too
That's
hot.
the truth. That is the truth.
It's too hot.
The heat don't bother me. It's the humidity.
So we need a winter home and a summer home.
Yes.
We need to go out northwest.
Yes.
Summer home.
Yes.
You want to go to Maine, though.
Good idea. Good idea. If we can pack all the kids and grandkids with us, if we go. But anyways, y'all stay safe this week, and maybe we'll get some footage of us going our travel and this big, huge flea market. It's really nice. A lot of y'all may know what I'm even talking about, because a lot of times we'll go to some of these flea markets and y'all see them, and y'all go yourself and check them out. So that's why
It's such a secret place, we don't even know the name of it.
I forgot the name. It's been a couple years since we've been to that place. When I type it into Google, I just put the biggest antique flea market in Springfield, and 2 of them will pop up, and when I see it, I know which one it is. So
I got a quick funny story.
okay.
And my neighbor down here he may watch this. But a neighbor down here and Mr. Rice, and I hadn't really got to meet him. They've been living here for a few years, and he had some compost down there, some wood chip compost, and a big pile of it, pretty big pile of it. And I went and quizzed him about it, and he said, "Sure, get you some of it." And we used a little bit. It's really not compost, but we used it for filler in our new raised beds where we're putting them. But anyway, I was talking to him, and I told him, I had a YouTube channel. He said, "Yeah," and I didn't even get whippoorwill holler out of my mouth, and he said it. He said, "I knew you looked familiar." He said, "I knew that whippoorwill holler was from around somewhere, but I didn't know exactly where you was at." And he's just not a quarter of a mile away the crow flies.
I've been wanting to stop and meet him.
His wife, they're both retired. His wife used to be a nurse. But anyway, then in return, I turned his compost pile. I moved it completely over, then moved it all back, mixed it all up for him.
So you pretty much have got one bed ready for me when my when my brassicas and stuff are big enough to plant out there.
No.
They're just about this tall right now, but they're in the sunroom. So anyways, we're working on them beds. It takes a while, but we'll get them all done. Like I said, it's only February.
I've still got about 3 rick of wood to bust and put up.
Yeah, we got to bust wood and put it up. So if anybody needs a job, Mr. Brown, Mr. Brown's need to hire somebody.
My old shoulders. I need to hire a young man. Though.
Yeah.
Grandsons, I guess.
If you can find a young man that wants to work.
That's for sure.
Usually one that wants to work already got a job, so it's far and in between. So I guess we'll let y'all go, and hopefully we'll be back Sunday to see y'all. And it's been a lot easier on me to change my Friday to Sunday, because that gives me more time, and with Mr. Brown going and staying with his mama, it just gives us more time to get things done and get a video made, get it edited and uploaded. So I appreciate y'all being so patient with us. Sunday seems to be a good day to upload one, though.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. So we'll see y'all in a few days. Happy Valentines. Warmer weather's coming, sunshine's coming sometime. And that's what I keep telling myself. Yay, sunshine. Come on.
The old saying, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite.
Yeah.
I ain't very good at it.
You think they're going to bed? Mr. Brown done putting y'all to bed, y'all. So y'all sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite.
They probably see this clock behind us.
Yeah, you can tell
It's up there, ain't it?
it's getting late.
It's almost 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
That's her bedtime.
That's my bedtime, so.
That's get off your hip time, man.
Yeah. So anyways, we're going to tell y'all bye. And we'll tell y'all we love y'all. Thank y'all very much for the comments. Keep them coming. I may not get to all of them, but we read as many as we can, and it helps our channel so much.
Be sure to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. If you're not getting our videos, go back and make sure that you're still subscribed, and you may have to hit that notification bell again.
Ring that bell.
So you ring that bell.
They do disappear a lot. If you're not getting notifications, you need to go back and redo.
I know I had to do it myself with channels that.
And if you haven't subscribed, it doesn't cost you nothing. So don't be afraid to.
Me and Paul will be around here as long as we can. We'll be here as long as we can with you. So God bless everybody. Remember, we love you. God loves you. And we'll see y'all
Next time around.
hopefully by Sunday. Bye, y'all.
Don't wanna sleep tonight at all. Just wanna watch them stars fall. But you don't wanna try to make up dreams just to be seen. I wanna lay here beside you, all quiet.
Okay.